Welcome to Camp Randall Stadium in Madison, Wisconsin, one of the great venues in all of college football. And Bucky and the Badgers ready to tee things up in this home opener this afternoon. Today, we have one of those games that tests your focus. Top 25 team against an unranked opponent. Can you take care of business? As we'll see a squad from the AAC, the South Florida Bulls, taking on the 13th ranked team in the land, the Wisconsin Badgers. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. The Bulls will kick it away first. On the run from inside his own 5. And the return man is stopped, and that'll leave it up to the offense on the next drive. So Wisconsin's return team didn't help matters out much with that one. And not only is this guy the energy and the engine of the offense, there's a certain charisma that he has that sort of elevates everyone around him.
He's got a moxie about him, Reese. Just seems like when he's in the huddle, he's got 10 other sets of eyeballs looking at him and believing in him to lead this offense down the field towards scoring points. This guy is a leader in every sense of the word.
And you can forget running in the middle against this defense. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. From the gun, he leaves it with the back. Not a lot of room there. Give him a couple to the 16.
All right, well, the offense here, they're trying to get this run game established. They obviously don't break off a long run there, but they're just trying to find their footing at this point.
On 3rd down, he drops to throw. Unloads to the right. He makes the catch. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense.
Man, they needed that one, and that took every bit of concentration by the wide receiver there. That was awesome. Big 3rd down. You got to make the catch, but you got to make sure you stay in bounds. And he did a really good job of securing that and keeping the chains moving.
They got him free for a big gainer down to the 43. The Badgers are in the hurry-up.
Nice read and nice throw. And I know Wisconsin quarterbacks always get the unfair moniker that they're game managers, and it's because they've always been a great rushing offense. Just got to complete a couple throws and keep the offense on schedule. But when you think about the offenses where they've had a difference maker, a guy like Russell Wilson that were able to throw on 1st down, take shots, just make them so much more explosive. I think this guy has some of those traits too.
They want to just keep throwing it. They're trying to get to him. Strong pass rush gets to the quarterback, and they get him at the 46.
That defender is a matchup nightmare for any offensive lineman to block. He's got athleticism, he's got length, he's got flexibility. He put it all on display on that sack.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. Just couldn't find any room, and he wound up throwing it in reverse. They lost yardage.
They're trying to throw the screen out to the receiver. The defense, though, having none of that. They are just too physical. They're too fast. And they force a negative play.
Well, no surprise to see the special teams, but you thought it might be the punter. Instead, here comes the field goal kicker. As someone once said, from way downtown, bang, outside of 60 yards. They'll kick it away after putting up a field goal on that last drive. The Bulls offense will try to get something started with their first possession. Here are our impact players for this game, and it goes beyond executing an assignment to make an impact in the game.
Yeah, obviously we were talking to both coaching staffs this week, and we asked them who needs to step up and play well. They immediately pointed to these guys right here. They are the key for their respective teams.
Yeah, and they don't always show up in the box score, but these are the guys that are the leaders. These are the guys getting everybody organized and have to play well for their team to succeed.
The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. You can barely hear yourself thinking here as they're trying to get this defense off to a good start. Now on the option. Get the touchdown, get the first down, or just get down. And the quarterback does. Win with the running game on first down, now back at it.
Man, when I can run the football like that on first down and create second and inches and stay way ahead of the sticks and be in a position now where I can throw the football or run, I will have a lot of success on the offensive side of the football.
They'll snap it from the 36. They've got a first down. They're getting this guy lathered up. And he's able to bounce off one tackle for a solid pickup. One of the big storylines coming into this year was the rising temperature of the coach's seat. And the process of cooling things off starts now.
All offseason, this coach has said the right things. I'm not worried about it. I'm not focused on it. I'm just worried about our team. But, David, let's be real. He's got to win games. There is an expectation at this program to win. And if he doesn't start fast this year, that hot seat's only going to get hot.
No, and then the chirping starts, and everybody's going to be talking about his job. The pressure builds, and then what happens? Sometimes you lose the locker room. So important to get off to a good start. Try to quiet some of those haters and some of those doubters.
Oh, and he can't hold the pitch, and the ball's loose. He picks it up, still on his feet.
And those are so frustrating when you're a defense and you swarm to the football and you stick the quarterback and you make him cough it up just to have the other team recover it again and you don't get it. Still a good stick, still a good physical play. Keep hitting that quarterback.
Second down after the offense averted absolute disaster. They've got him looking run. Now they're going to throw it. Fires to the tight end. Several defenders there to get him on the ground. There's not a lot more beautiful in football than the play action and the open tight end.
Because it freezes those linebackers. It freezes those safeties because they have to come up for a second and play the run. And then the big tight ends, big targets on the back end can catch the football and make big plays.
Brown will throw it. And a missed opportunity on third down as the defense knocks it free, and fourth down is coming up.
Yeah, and third and short, they choose not to run, throw the football, and I think a lot of that has to do with they know they're in field goal range. They can take the 3 points on the board.
They really have no choice here. This is a no-brainer. You go for it here on this fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Makes the catch. He's got enough. And he'll be marked down, but he's got enough to move the chains.
Wow, and that was just a bang-bang play. On that fourth down, the coverage was tight. QB had his receiver. He knew where he wanted to go with it, but the only way that ball gets completed is if he puts a little extra mustard on it, and he shows you the arm talent on the throw.
And he put his foot in the ground and turned it upfield and turned it into a big play. Great decision to keep it.
The speed of these quarterbacks have just gotten insane. Week in and week out, you're facing so many guys that can just pick them up and put them down and chew up 15 yards like it's nothing.
And they can make the throws, too. We call them dual threats, but really you have to be able to do both in this era of football.
Yeah, and it used to be one or the other. You had a guy that could really, really run. You had a guy that could throw. Now they're all packaged into one, and it's just, man, it's a headache.
The crowd getting behind this defense as they try to get a stop in the red zone. From the gun, running back on the move. And they try to run inside, and there is nowhere to go.
Great job by the defense. Everybody firing off the ball, hitting their guys, holding their gaps, running to the football, nowhere to go.
Now the quarterback changing the original play call. Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. Pulls it in. It's Allen. And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop. Now on fourth down, here comes the field goal team. That is no good. And after the miss, they're still down by a field goal. And Wisconsin has its offense back on the field. You want to talk about having a weapon to bail out a drive? David, that's why kickers are so important after that long field goal.
And listen, important is a relative term. We need to make longer passes and get better gains so we don't have to kick long field goals, Palmer, again on offense.
And they've got the weapons to do that, David. They just got to be able to dial those plays up. Guys have to be able to make them one-on-one to make life easier on this kicker, who is so important to this team.
To the house. Touchdown, Wisconsin.
This quarterback is so unique and he's so special because of his running ability, his wiggle, his speed, and his burst in the open field. He's like a running back playing the quarterback position, and he shows you that on that play.
As we come to the end of the period, Wisconsin has the lead. Really strong performance so far to be able to build a lead here in the first period as we look at the stats. The kickoff team out there getting set. Fielded in the end zone, it's Smith. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. South Florida ready to send the offense back onto the field. They are trailing by 10 here, Jesse, but this is the type of team that seems comfortable in an offensive shootout.
You got to hold serve at this point, right? You got to drive the field, put some more points up on the board. Yeah, they just scored. You can answer that now and keep this thing close.
And I think you're used to that as offense. Like, football is so fast-paced now and you score so quickly, it's not that big of a deal to get down 10. You keep being you, keep being aggressive.
Brown wants to pass. It's complete. And he goes down right there, but a solid pickup, and it'll be a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. He'll ride his man on the option. Not much working there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
As a defensive guy now, you're always zoomed in on the quarterback. I mean, these guys, whether they're throwing the football or running it, at least they have the football in their hands every time. You know where they're going to be. You focus in. The defense locked and loaded, understand what they were trying to accomplish, doing a good job getting to the quarterback, and then make those physical hits count. Finish those tackles with aggressive hits. Make that quarterback feel you for a whole length of a game.
Now with a great opportunity as they pick up the first down. They've got it at the 40. And the Bulls are moving quickly down the field. Trying to surprise him with the pass. Catch in the middle. It's Montgomery. Brought down just outside the red zone. He moves the chains. It's at the 22. The Bulls will line it up on 1st and 10. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. And he's able to find a little bit of running room before they get him down.
I don't know, man. If I'm on defense here and I'm watching the way my D-line's getting manhandled, I might have to put more guys in the box. I might have to sacrifice a safety and try to get more hats close to the line of scrimmage to slow this running back down, because the RPO game's been a problem.
Solid fundamentals on that tackle from this freshman.
Yeah, and it's a nice job by this defense. Understand, listen, that QB is a threat, and they're going to run all kinds of options, and he's going to run the football. They were dialed in and got that sucker on the right.
Boy, they'd love to pick up this conversion and go to work with a 1st and goal. Here comes the option. Bulldozes him. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, USF.
Man, what a luxury to be able to call a design run to your quarterback and basically let him be a tailback and let him run it in for you. It makes the offense and everything else around him stronger. His QB's just got some good wheels.
About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. The Wisconsin offense will come back on the field to jump around a bit. Now they need to put something together to answer that last score.
There's a lot of pressure, too, on this offense to have to execute at a high level. They've got to score points, David, but they can't go too fast because their defense right now is tied.
And I think that's the difficulty being a play caller. Like, I have to balance all of those things. My defense is a little bit tired. I can't put it on the field, but I got to be aggressive because this is a back-and-forth type game, so a lot to process and think about.
Grabbed over the middle. It's Acker. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage. They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13.
On 3rd and long, you know what's coming. That's exactly where you want to get an offense. The passing game has to come out. You go nickel, bring some more speed on the field, and the defensive line gets home and gets the sack to force the 4th down.
Good job by the coverage unit to stop the return man. South Florida has it back, and the Bulls offense will return to the field. They took it down the field for a touchdown the last time they had it, and now an opportunity to take the lead in this football game.
So they got to be feeling good. They did their part.
And the ball is free on the pitch.
The ball security doesn't just apply to running backs and receivers. QB's got to keep 2 hands on the ball as well. They're very lucky after that fumble that the offense jumped on.
A negative play to open the drive. Let's see what they've got on 2nd and 14. Brown will throw it. Incomplete. And man, is he lucky to get that one back. Defense that close to an interception.
Well, great job in coverage on the back end by the defense. He just kind of finished the play. That should have been a pick.
Ball is at the 41 as his defense tries to force the punt on 3rd and long. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. And they can't make the play on 3rd down.
3rd and long situations are really hard to convert. The defense knows it's going to be passed. The pass rushers are getting upfield. You're under pressure. You don't have timing. And as a result now, 4th down.
No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. And Wisconsin has its offense back on the field. Last time, David, it was 1-2-3 kick.
The last drive, that 3 and out, sometimes that puts your defense in a bad spot, and you got to get a drive together here so you don't wear the defense out.
I just think
it's a fumble. Defense covering it up and not letting the offense get it back. It's a turnover.
As a defender, you dream about those big hits. You work hard on it in practice, closing space, getting close, and just sticking that guy and causing the fumble.
1st down here with time for maybe one more play until the 2-minute warning. Looking for room. It's Lamb. Headed to the end zone. And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, South Florida. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point is good, and it's a 4-point lead. That's exactly what you want to do when you have that type of field position. Strike quickly, and they did. One play, and they put it on the board. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Wisconsin offense will come back on the field to jump around a bit. As it turns out, the fumble on that last drive set up the touchdown, David.
And there's no bigger stat in football than turnovers. You turn the football over, they turn it into points. Jesse, that is not a recipe for success.
Good news, though, they get another chance, right? They can make amends with this drive right here. That's all that's important. You got to execute, and you got to lock in.
Dialing up a 2nd down pass play. Oh, picked off. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
Defensive backs have tough jobs. I mean, you think about whether you play nickel, whether you play dime, whatever it is, you put more DBs on the field. It's more speed. It's more guys that can cover, but they also got to cover that ground. But to cover the ground and make the pick, a lot of times you don't see that. Superb effort by that guy.
They'll run the option. A solid pickup there before the defense is able to make the stop. Got 6 on 1st down. Now a lot of options on 2nd and 4. The give to the back. Nice move to stay on his feet. And he's brought down after a nice game.
You got to feel good for this kid, too. He worked so hard this past offseason to put himself in position to be the starting running back, and he's got a lot of skill, guys. He's got speed, open field running ability. I think he's going to be a big part of the offense this season.
They'll try to overcome that last play on 2nd and 15. They've been running it, but now the pass. And here comes the heat, and they get home, and they get him at the 21.
Come on, offense. We got to do better than this, right? We're down here in a golden opportunity to put a touchdown on the board. 2 negative plays back-to-back. We got to dial something up a lot better.
On 3rd and long, he'll need to push it downfield. Finds his man. It's Allen. And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the first down. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. They've decided to try to go for the field goal here. That is no good. After the miss, the lead is still 4.
Well, that's one the kicker would like to have back. That's a kick he should be making in his sleep.
And Wisconsin has its offense back on the field. Now they're backed up here, Jesse. Wonder how aggressive they're willing to be.
I think it's going to come down to how much confidence they have in this quarterback and his decision-making, because you cannot throw an interception at this part of the field with this little time left.
And I think that's conversations you've had with the young fellow on the sidelines, being like, what are you comfortable with right here that we can run? Maybe stay aggressive, but make sure I don't make that mistake.
He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. They'll throw it on first down. Unleashes one. Got his man downfield. He's run out of bounds, but not before turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down.
Well, Reese, you and I were talking about this before the game. How is this defense going to be able to deal with all the speed they have offensively? You saw them just rip off a big play.
And, Jesse, now their head's spinning just a little bit. Give up a big chunk play, and it's right back at them. So they get the late field goal right before the half, and not much time after this kickoff for an answer. On the move from inside his 5. They'll knock him down, and that'll take us to halftime. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
Fellas, yeoman's work so far in Madison, and welcome in to the halftime update.
And the Badgers will kick it off to start the second half. He'll bring it out. It's Smith. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. South Florida ready to send the offense back onto the field. They opened this third quarter on top, and they built the lead on the strength of that running game.
And they made a huge statement, too, just proving to the other team that they're more physical, they're winning in the trenches. So here in the second half, David, just keep demoralizing this defense by pounding the football.
Yeah, and I'm not going to let that happen. I riled up my guys at halftime. We're going to put more people in the box, and we got to come out and meet the physical challenge of this offense.
They'll start this one from the 29 on first down. Brown wants to pass. Dances away. He's going to run it. Find some fresh air. And this is why a mobile quarterback is a defensive coordinator's worst nightmare. He has just been running wild all day. They are dialed in on this drive. A couple of chunk plays, and now they'll snap it on first down. On the option. And now on the pitch, the ball's loose. Now the defense has got it going the other way.
Listen, there's so many athletic quarterbacks now that do the design runs. I got to make them pay. I got to physically hit them as hard as I can, as many opportunities as I get. They run the design quarterback run. Nice job being physical, forcing the fumble.
The offense set for a first down play. Used the play fake, now to throw. Fires to the wideout. Pulls it in. And he almost ran away from everybody on that one. A huge pickup on that play.
I love that play call. And quarterbacks are always licking their chops after their defense gets a takeaway because they know now, hey, I got a sudden change situation. I've got a chance to take a shot and pad my stats.
That completion has them right on the doorstep. They'll mark it at the 1. Now on second and goal. Trying to barge their way in. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
And with the stuff there, Jesse, on second down, this little third to mid-range, you got 2 downs. What are you thinking here?
Maybe getting your quarterback out on the perimeter and giving him a run-pass option. See if you can get the defense in a bind.
3rd and short in college football today, you see so much more pass than you used to. The offense stays aggressive, and I think they stay aggressive because they know they're in field goal range. They got that 3 in their back pocket.
And the kicker delivers the 3 to salvage that drive. And guys, after the field goal, now they have the lead. So after putting 3 on the board, the kickoff team is out there ready to boot it away. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. South Florida has it back, and the Bulls offense will return to the field. And the fumble on that last drive could have been much worse, David.
They bailed him out. They held him to a field goal, so that's the good news. Now this offense has to get it going. Forget about the fumble, Jesse. Move on. Be positive.
And they're upset with themselves, too. They're an offense that pride themselves on ball security. Let's see what they do right here.
On the option. Now after that run, they're in pretty good shape at the 30-yard line.
Well, this offense came into the game knowing they wanted to be physical, they wanted to establish the line of scrimmage, and they're running downhill right at this defense, and they're churning out positive yardage early.
That just never had a chance as they controlled the middle of the field and stopped him in the backfield on 3rd down.
Man, oh man, am I upset at my offensive line to give up penetration that fast? Man, we blinked and missed it.
He barely got the ball and just got destroyed immediately. What a great play. And he froze that defender. He thought he was going to pitch it, kept it himself, and turned it into a big play. And the Bulls come to the line with a new set of downs. On the option. Still running at the 40. And he put his foot in the ground and turned it upfield and turned it into a big play. Great decision to keep it.
Well, this is one of the fastest quarterbacks in college football, and that's why the option's a good idea. Because if he can get out in space and he has a chance to get downfield, he is really difficult to tackle, and he's very difficult to catch, as we saw in that last play, getting a 1st down. Well, you love to see that from the defense, right? It's like bend, don't break. They've given up a bunch of plays on this drive, but now that they're getting down close to field goal range, you're seeing them start to stiffen up there.
Yeah, and plays don't matter anymore. Yards don't matter. All that matters with these defenses nowadays is points and limiting them.
After run, now throw. Gets it out quickly. He knew exactly where he wanted to go with that one, and they've got enough for the 1st down.
You know, it's a nice throw by the QB there. When you're throwing to running backs, you got to make it easy on them. So you want to put it right on their body, make the catch simple, and let them go to work like they did just there, getting that 1st.
From the red zone, looking for a man. Quickly complete. Gets out of bounds after the big play, and they'll be set up in business with a 1st and goal.
Nice catch by the big target. Those big tight ends, you can tell in football, are just becoming more and more of a weapon on every single team.
Goes to the option. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
You've seen throughout this drive success for the offense when they've been running the quarterback. Finally, though, the defense got it right. Everybody played their assignment. They honed in on them, and they got a big stop.
The option look. He'll toss it. And they just didn't get anybody on that defense out of position, and they will lose yardage on that one.
Now listen, the defense won that play. As an offense here, the key, David, you can't go back-to-back negative plays. You got to be smart with the football here. Looks like you're going to have to throw it. You just can't force it. You got to make sure you're playing with that clock in your head. You can't take a sack.
Man, I think this is a situation where I spread you out. I get more speed on the field. I make the defense declare. I see what they're in, but I'm definitely throwing the football.
3rd and goal from way back there. Brown will throw it. Can't make the grab as he was looking for his man right at the goal line.
Nice job by the defense. They're mixing up their look. They're 3rd and long in field goal range. They go zone coverage. So everybody on the back end has the eye on the quarterback, and they're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
It's good. And with that, they've taken the lead. After putting up a 3-spot, the kickoff unit set to go.
Number 7, set to kick it away.
And they desperately wanted to attempt a return, but decided not to. Instead, they'll take the touchback. The Wisconsin offense will come back on the field and jump around a bit. Always good to get points on a drive, David, but chip shot field goals can leave you a little empty.
And I think it's great to get points because the great teams get touchdowns in the red area. You got to get out there this time and execute a little better on this drive.
You're absolutely right, David. Generally, the best red zone offenses are the ones that run the ball the best. So let's see if they can be a little bit more physical in this drive.
Will they keep it on the ground again here on 3rd down? They'll try to run for it. He'll have enough to move the chains. It's 1st down at the 38.
Well, the offense knew what they needed to get that 1st down, so they dial up the running play, and they get just enough to keep the drive alive.
Quarterback on the keeper. Pretty good effort on that one to work his way up to the 42.
These read options are so hard to diagnose, just like right there. He picks up a little chunk of yards, not a big chunk, but it's so easy when you run the read options.
Why is that? Why is it easy?
Because if you want to play fast to the football, well then fine, I'm going to pull the ball right now and to use your aggressiveness against you. But if you want to sit back, then fine, I'm going to give the ball right now and get a little chunk of yards.
The Badgers have this offense rolling. Comes out throwing on 1st down. It falls incomplete, and that'll do it for the quarter. We've come to the end of the quarter, and USF is on top. They're sitting in a strong position here with the lead. Let's take a look at our game summary. One quarter to go, and Mike, we have the makings of a classic 4th quarter finish. We'll start the quarter offense about to snap it on 2nd down. The give to the tailback. And they pick up just one. It'll be 3rd and 9. They need to get a little closer for a field goal try, and they've got to do it in a hurry. On 3rd down, going up top. The sure hands, it's Pauly. Good tackle there to stop him short of the 1st down, and now they have to make a call. So here we are on 4th down, and this field goal kicker is going to face all the pressure in the world. And he missed it. No good. And after the miss, they're still down by a single.
Oh, and they let a golden opportunity slip away. A chance to take the lead. Ball goes off the upright. Game's not over, but they're not going to get too many more chances like that.
South Florida ready to send the offense back onto the field. Had to settle for the chip shot field goal last time, Jesse. They'd love for this one to pay off bigger.
Yeah, it just comes down to execution, too. Did a nice job out in the field, stalled a little bit once they got down to the goal line, so they just need to be a little bit more crisp here, Dave.
Yeah, and listen, I think the first part was the most important part. You got to put the drive together first to get down there. Now, when we get down there, focus on execution and getting 6 points.
They'll run the option. At the 35, he's got room. Good execution. They move the sticks, and they've got it at the 33.
It's so nice as an offense to know you can generate explosive plays by handing the football off to this guy. He has got incredible speed.
Now on the option. Now the toss. And that defense doesn't allow a cutback, and they get him out of bounds after a short gain. Given the unrest surrounding this guy's future as the head coach, this would be a great way to get the season started.
Man, you want all the momentum you can get, and you want to quiet people down. You don't want it to get louder. The louder those murmurs talk about hot seat, and you have a tendency to lose your football team. It's a distraction. You have to talk about it all the time. So always nice, Palmer, to get off on the right foot.
You just got to be able to drown out the outside noise, right? Easier said than done. And with this win in week 1, they're going to silence the critics. But make no mistake, he's going to go into that locker room and say, everyone that's been talking trash about us all off season, they're going to love us now. Don't pay any attention to that. All that matters is what's in this locker room. They've got to take that attitude forward.
They'll use the running game on 1st and goal. He works his way all the way down to the 3, and the defense is reeling.
Brings up 2nd and goal.
2nd and goal for the offense. Tries again to get it in. Just hammer it with this running back again, and he noses his way into the end zone.
This defense is going to have to do a better job being physical. That's 2 rushing touchdowns they've now allowed. They have got to be better close to the line of scrimmage.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Top 15 teams colliding today in a huge matchup, and it's now a final. Texas looked like a program ready to take the next step after a big road win today. This was a complete team effort from the Horns. Offense, defense, and special teams doing its part. Hook 'em, and they hooked a W in this one. No cupcakes this week, fellas. This top 15 battle was much anticipated, and at least one side can say it's a game they'll savor for some time.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. On 2nd down, he'll let it fly. And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack.
When you're on defense and you get to play outside linebacker, it's about as good as he gets, right? I get to rush the passer just like this and put him on the ground. Then I get to cover in space. I get to move all over the place. Great job by the outside linebacker. The most fun position to play in college football.
3rd and long situation. They try to go screen. I think they were hoping it was going to be a big zone and they could get those offensive linemen down the field, but the defense sniffed it out, forcing the incompletion.
He's got great speed, and the returner will be brought down. South Florida has it back, and the Bulls offense will return to the field. And now that cushion is a little bit smaller, Jesse, and any mistake would get magnified.
Yeah, a little bit of pressure now on this offense too, David. I think they got to go back to their playmakers and get these guys going in the game.
No doubt, find those plays you know you can run them in your sleep. You make sure you execute, build this lead a little bit bigger, put this thing away in the 4th quarter.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. He'll ride his man on the option. A run up the middle is stuck for no gain. Big 3rd down as the crowd gets behind this defense. Quarterback making adjustments with his receivers. Brown wants to pass. And the catch was one thing, and the run even better. A big pickup on that one.
And what a big conversion by the offense there. With the lead late, you're just trying to stay on the field and bleed the clock. At this point, it's tick, 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 tick. Let's run this clock down as low as we can before we snap.
Keeps the legs moving.
And if you'd have told this defense that they stuffed this great running back today, they'd have taken it. They'd have been happy, but the offense has still put up production, and they're still in the lead, trying to find a way to finish this one off.
2nd down here, and maybe they've got time to get one more snap off before the 2-minute warning. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and this offense trying to milk this clock and keep time on their side. Ready to fire from the pistol. They'll keep it on the ground, trying to milk the clock. The Bulls pick up the 1st down. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense.
Well, I know this is an offensive line that has a ton of pride, and they want to come out each and every game and really impose their will on the D-line. They got just enough push there on that run play to pick up the 1st.
They're going to ride this running back. And a really nice run and pick up there before the defense avoided disaster and stopped the really big play. Give him 88 yards on the ground, and with that run, he eclipses the 100-yard mark in this season opener. And the Bulls have it with a 1st and 10. On the ground, it's Lamb. They'll finally get him stopped at the 1-yard line. What a run there. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. Defense showing plenty of pre-snap movement of their own. You already have the lead. Scoring is always good, but milk the clock and it will be your friend. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Bulls!
And, you know, late in the games, offenses sometimes get conservative when they got the lead and they got the ball. I love this offense. They were aggressive. They got another score added to the lead. Now you're trying to salt this game away.
And the extra point splits the uprights, and the lead balloons to 15. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. And he takes this from inside the 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20th. And Wisconsin has its offense back on the field. Boy, 3 and out last time, David. They'd like to be more productive this time around.
Yeah, in the last drive, nothing really.
And the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line. Sprinting to the line to try to get this one off. Clock's running. On 2nd down, they'll take to the air. Using the quick game. Makes the catch and knocked down. Got to get to the line quickly for this 3rd down play. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. And the defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10. Down by multiple possessions. They can't come up empty on this drive in the 4th quarter. They'll go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Makes the grab. It's Pauly. Got room at the 35. Well, they just drained all the suspense out of the 4th down conversion, moving the chains easily. They kept that drive alive, but still ground to cover here on 1st down. He'll spike the ball to try to save every precious second he can. They'll line up for a 2nd down play. He's looking to throw. And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack. And the Badgers want to pick up the tempo. On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. And the ball is intercepted. Didn't really have room to operate on the return, but he hands him the ball at the 32.
That should be the nail in the coffin. What a great break on the football. Getting the big turnover. You got the lead. Now just go out there, be smart on offense, and run that clock.
South Florida ready to send the offense back onto the field. Final minute. This game's on ice. They can take a knee and run out the clock.
This offense has to feel great with how they're able to go out, execute, and perform big plays all game long. I think it's sending a statement, too, to future defenses down the road on the schedule. They're going to be tough to contend with.
Yeah, I mean, they got firepower, putting up so many points. This thing is easily over. Now they can just chillax, go back to the locker room, know they're going to get the victory.
Now the pitch. At midfield, he's got room. Oh, look out. He's at the and he takes it in on the final play of the game. You played through the echo of the whistle, and they did that with the sealing touchdown.
And you knew this one was over already, but how about an exclamation point to go with it? Another score for this offense. They've had themselves a great day, and the stats just continue to pile up.
Looking back on it, this game probably falls precisely into the definition of a trap game. trap was set, sprung, and the underdogs come up with the win.
And that's why we go, you know what? I don't take your rankings. I'm not worried about your rankings. They don't matter to me. We're going to go out and beat this team. We're better than this team. A lot of times those rankings don't mean a lot to a lot of people, and you can tell it didn't mean a lot to this team, and that's why they came out and pulled the upset.
Absolutely, David. I mean, that's why you play the games. This team knew they had to come out. They were going to have to put their best foot forward in order to get the W. They did just that. They're talented. They're obviously motivated. I can't wait to see how they follow this up in their next game.
That's going to do it for us from here. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.